Commanding Officer do something extremely creative for an honor and accept what you are for your sacrifice. You will run forward through that this today. Sure have. Entered the Marine Corps back in 1983, served as a C-46 pilot in both peacetime and combat. Commanding officer of the squadron, combat and Operation Rapid Freedom, commanding officer of the Aviation 1 Tactical Squad 1. General Edward is an aviator extraordinaire. He's been in part of the company sees strength who's out there to witness what they did in small computer leadership evaluation of the team. So he's well versed with the capabilities of the company. Sir, the floor is yours.
that will make you responsible for others.
in every sense of the word. You become responsible for the brains of your charge. And what that means in a leadership way is that they will always be before you in everything you do. You will come last. They will go first. Because they earned that right by going with you. You're earning your right to lead them, which means sacrifice, responsibility, accountability, etc. It is an honor, and indeed a great privilege and a duty to be responsible for race. Our nation's finest weapon. So today, that transition begins. Today, the new breed begins. Today, the next chapter in our Corps' illustrious history continues. And today, we and the leadership and the future of our Corps over these young men. So our charge, be worthy of it all. Congratulations, Charlie, on being separate dust.
Will the candidates for the commission please rise? Ladies and gentlemen, we now come to the part of the ceremony where the candidates will receive their commissions and be administered the oath of office. The commission. The commission is a formal written authority issued in the name of the President of the United States, which confers on you your ranks and authority as a Marine officer. It is signed for the President by the Secretary of the Navy and is issued under the seal of the Department of the Navy and countersigned by an officer in the Manpower Department as orders of the United States Marine Corps. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise? To all who shall see these presents, read. Know ye that reposing special trust and confidence in the patriotism, valor, fidelity, and abilities of the officer candidate class 203, I do appoint these officers a second lieutenant in the United States Marine Corps to rank as such of the 26th day of March, 2010. These officers will therefore carefully and diligently discharge the duties of the office to which appointed by doing and performing all manner of things thereunto belonging. And I do strictly charge and require those officers and other personnel of lesser ranks to render such obedience as is due an officer of this grade position. And these officers are to observe and follow orders and directions from time to time as may be given by the President of the United States of America or other superior officers acting in accordance with the laws of the United States of America. This commission is to continue in force during the pleasure of the President of the United States of America under the provisions of those public laws relating to officers of the armed forces of the United States of America and the competent thereof on which this appointment is made. Done at the City of Washington, this 26th day of March in the year of our Lord, 2010, and of the independence of the United States of America, the 233rd, by the President. James T. Conway, Commandant of the Marine Corps. Ray Davis, Jr., Secretary of the Navy. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.